Greetings and welcome back to Stellaris, my Commonwealth of Man playthrough. It's time for the 2225 State of the Commonwealth. So we have encountered one of the fallen empires, the Archivist, Queptilium Archivist. They are along our western border, and it looks like they also will serve currently as a blocker for this direction. But there is a passage north of them that goes around to the Void Sea Nebula. Along our southern border, we have encountered a federation. 3 empires, the United Latrepian Domains, the Hegemony of Ubaria, and the Uthabulan allied clans. We currently are setting up spy networks with the United Latrepian Domains and the Uthabulan allied clans. They are all weaker than us, so when our naval capacity gets up to full, we are going to begin subjugating them. Now, they are all a species that has a tundra preference, so I don't really want to take over their terrain so much as to make them subjects of us. I think the Latrepian Domains will be a bulwark. The Hegemony of Ubaria will become a prospectorium, and the Uthabulan allied clans will become a scholarium. And I have decided this because of their species traits. The Uthabulan are natural engineers, so they will get a bonus to engineering research. The Hegemony of Ubaria, the Ubarians, are industrious, so they get a bonus to mineral output. And the United Latrepian Domains, the Latrepians, they're agrarian, which food is not going to be a huge priority for us. Other than that, they give amenity bonuses and extra lifespan, but that's about it. So they would actually make better like as a bulwark over any of the others, because we won't really be losing a lot of resource bonuses with them. But it will be a little bit before we begin our invasion. I am still trying to defend my lands. We are in the midst of digging out an archaeological site, the Beautiful Bubble. And we have constructors ready to expand us further while we continue to survey this way and see if there's anything of value to expand at. But primarily, we are seeking to develop the worlds we already have. Unity, our capital, is finally starting to build an alloy foundry so that we can start getting our alloy production higher, to be able to outfit our ships faster, and to start working on better defenses, primarily defense platforms. We have already enslaved a couple of species that were from primitive civilizations, and we are beginning to grow them to do the menial labor for us as we move our humans to do the more specialized work. Unity has the majority of my research right now. 2 research labs at it. And being the Empire capital, gets a 10% bonus. Having colonial spirit is another 15, so we get 25% bonus to our research here. We get 25% bonus to any resources we develop, so it would also make a good administrative center and a good industrial center. But for now, it's just kind of going to be a mix till we get more worlds we can specialize. Flaxington, our first colony, has cave shroom spores on it that boost the population growth, as well as Nemas, where we actually built our cities. They're actually giant turtle-like creatures that we mistook for islands. It is finally upgrading to a planetary administration. It has primarily been a mining world, and it does have gas plant engineers from the mushroom spores. Dawnlight is another mining world. Minerals aren't the best to come from it It would be much better as an agrarian world, but for now, minerals are our priority, so we are going to be mining wherever we can. St. Natchbull was the first world we conquered from a primitive civilization. It is the home world of the Farine. It is actually a tropical world. We don't have the best habitability for our humans on it. The Farine are domestic servants, so they can be servants if there are no available jobs. Other than that, they do provide a little bit better bonus for resources on their own homeworld compared to our humans. I'm not sure how. I might run an experiment a little later to see how they compare to some of our chattel slaves, but we will see. It is being developed as a factory world to provide my consumer goods so that I can support more advanced buildings, more specialist things like that. It's currently in the process of building an industrial district. Leffingwell was the second planet we conquered. It is the home to the Oxynanoliters, which we currently have as chattel slaves. Eventually we will turn them into battle thralls because they will make very good warriors, being very strong. And it is primarily an agri world right now, just to provide us a bonus of food. But it is also going to be a forge world. So we will eventually shift it over to being a forge world. It also has strongholds on it, because we plan on turning these into our battle thralls, so they will make our soldiers that boost our naval capacity. Also has our armies currently docked here. Has very low morale right now. Health is 0. That's odd. Doran is the third planet that we conquered from primitives. It is currently set up as a rural world. It has a lot of blockers kind of limiting it right now. But this is going to be an administrative center and a generator world when I fully develop it. The third species, the Ichnerval, are actually industrious, so they make very good chattel slaves, especially for mining. And our plans are to eventually expand and grab these other worlds we can colonize. There is an ocean world here, as well as this continental world. We're about 6 months away from getting another tradition, and I plan on opening up domination so that we can start removing blockers. We will have a huge reduction in the cost of removing blockers. Technologically wise, we are in a slow research game, so it'll be about 3.5 years before we get our next tech. And that will be removing the toxic kelp that is all across our colonies. Another reason I want to at least open up domination for the benefit of reducing the cost of removing blockers. But that is the current state of the Commonwealth. One of our fleets is at full capacity. The other is just now being reinforced. And it will be some time before we build up to actually start doing aggressive actions. But thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.